Hello everyone, my name is Toffee, or you can call me Amy. Welcome back to Nier Replicant. And exciting news, I've been trying to clear out as many side quests as I possibly can, although I feel like I may have picked up more. I did go back to Facade and I got some from them too, some of the citizens there. But I think some of these quests are just going to take me a longer time because the drops are so rare. I killed so many wolves and we've only found 4 so far, and kind of the same. I have a feeling this is probably a melon, but I haven't been able to grow one yet. So yeah, and then this quest is just annoying, so we'll take our time completing that one, I think. But a lot of the other product delivery quests are quite challenging. I found out where goats hang out, so maybe that's something we'll work on. But for now, let's go see what quests Devila has to give us. It might clear out something we're already holding, but...
What have we got today? Which job should I give you first?
The runaway son, the missing the littlest hero? Oh?
I have a job from Facade. Somebody's worried about his son.
Okay. Yes.
I wrote down the client's location on your map.
Okay. Ah, okay. Okay, we can do that. She's so lovely, her voice, it's just so amazing. There's a quest over here.
Excuse me, but have you seen my son?
Not related to the Facade son?
I don't think so. Why? Is something wrong?
When I got home, I found a note from him that said he was leaving and not to look for him. What if he's left the village?
In this shade-infested area? Yeah.
Please, you have to help me. I'll pay you whatever you want. My son shouldn't be too hard to spot. He wears a very odd hat. You can see it from a mile away.
You know...
Okay. If I see him, I'll let him know his father is worried about him.
Okay, I get it, but at the same... Like, do you have any other details?
Please.
Oh no, just the hat. I see. Okay. I know the map doesn't really like... What if he's left the village, right? Near the southern gate. I wonder if he could be, potentially... they're only going to show me the clients that I have, actually, in, for the one quest that's being tracked by Devila. Interesting. I wonder if I should just maybe make my way over to Seafront, at least that pathway, because I think my instinct is telling me he's probably not made it to a city or a town yet. But my worry is that he is not in this direction, but that he went off toward the area. I did defeat that thing, by the way. I didn't know it would respawn, but not as difficult when you level up, as it turns out. Move, please. I cannot count the amount of times, though, that I've been kicked by venison. Hello? Yay! Okay. And I still don't know what we're gonna do about that place over there, but I'm hoping we'll maybe reach it at some point during the quest lines. Would be nice. Hello? I have a feeling he's not here. I'll walk into Seafront and then we'll walk back out. Just to see like if Kaine or Weiss or Toffee say anything. Nope. Alright. I know they said you'll spot him from a mile away, so I do think it's gonna be like an open area. Maybe we should do the Popola quest, and then we'll go to Facade to pick up the one that Devila was talking about. Who knows, maybe we'll be sent in that direction anyway? I know I can charge, but I feel like I have a bad track record of running into rocks and giving this thing a concussion. I'm a little worried that we'll never get amount in the desert ever. Because I did unlock offline some of those, I don't want to say teleports, but kind of like teleportation pillars. They unlocked it for me, so that was nice. But I worry that that's what I'm gonna have to use to do my fragile delivery, because those wolves were so vicious. No joke. Okay, I need to keep my eyes peeled for someone wearing a very strange hat. In all likelihood, they have left the village, but who knows? We'll go speak with Popola first. And then before we leave this area, if she tells us to go somewhere else, I think we should check on our garden. Just to see if anything's grown. I feel like it's taking forever, but there's no option to water. I can understand struggling at fishing, but farming? It's in my blood. Hi, Popola.
What's up, Popola?
Oh, hi. I just got a strange letter in the mail.
Dearest Popola, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing in hopes of bringing to your attention a certain dream issue of concern regarding recent events in Dream the Village. I was hoping I might be able to get your advice, Dream, on the matter. The village. Recently, there have been dream reports, dream of a certain dream, of dream, evil, dream, empty dream, curse, dream, evil, dream, words, dream, and dream, someone, dream.
That is certainly one bizarre piece of writing.
They're trying to find their style, you know?
Who's it from?
The mayor of a small village in the Forest of Myth. It's a wooded area up north.
The Forest of Myth?
They're usually a bright and cheerful group of people. Something like this is very out of character for them.
They wouldn't talk to me last time I was there.
have a bad feeling about this.
Like on day 1.
I'll check it out.
You will? But...
Don't worry about it. I've got business there anyway.
Oh, well, alright. Thank you.
Okay. I guess I do have business there. I kind of want to go to Facade, but you know, maybe we can wait. I suppose. Okay, we'll do the Forest of Myth first. Just in case. Oh, but first we have to go check on our garden. Very important. Beautiful. All right. Nothing's growing. What is wrong with this garden? Oh, this is so tragic. This thing I planted like 5 centuries ago, and there's no option to water it. So I think I just need to be patient. Question mark? Unfortunately. All right, we'll head out to the area. With any luck, we'll see that missing son again. Or for the first time, technically, because we haven't met him yet. No comments? Sometimes they say funny or cute or interesting things. All the shades have been getting real bold recently. Maybe I just think that. Maybe if we see the weird person in the hat, everybody's gonna comment, oh my gosh, there's a weird person in the hat. And then that's how I'll know, and I won't have to 100% attention to every part of my screen. One can only hope. Please don't run into a rock. Although, to be fair, I am controlling it, so. Is it my fault? Oh, goodbye. Oh, hello, ma'am. Are we here? Yes. Oh, we do have a map to this place. Fascinating. We also have a save portal, which we should use. It's so pretty. I can't imagine shades not attacking here, though. I mean, they seem to just pop out of nowhere. Key. Hold, I'll be right with you. There we go. Hello?
Beware.
I'm scared.
Beware the words.
Evil words. Okay.
Words? What do you mean?
Contagious
Oh.
words. Those who dream.
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind.
Eh? Weiss's voice rose in a quizzical way.
It is not quizzical.
What's going on?
He's having monetary. He's having what? Oh my gosh, I forgot the word. Commentary in his brain. The villager's body shuddered as he slowly opened his
Perhaps
eyes.
we should start by asking this man.
Oh, his eyes were closed. To be honest, I just knew that he had glasses.
Who are you?
Maybe he was woken up from the dream.
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
Maybe Weiss is probably, I mean, it makes sense him being part of the answer. The mayor stared at Toffee and Weiss.
You can speak to me. I must have caught you in my dream.
In your dream?
The mayor explained. In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream had spread across the Forest of Myth. A new disease? Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. The village mayor had determined the Death Dream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. So the evil words, but there's a specific word or multiple words? Weiss stared at the mayor, his mouth twitching
Now
slightly.
see here. Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
I think it's more like you woke up.
Well, yes. I think you have.
In other words, we've caught the death dream?
Oh, before the mayor could confirm Toffee's suspicion, Weiss exploded with rage.
Ridiculous. Preposterous. Completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
That's just how the death dream works.
Though polite, the mayor was clearly trying to brush aside the book's remarks.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
The mayor twisted his mouth into an embarrassed grimace, then quickly changed the subject to who Toffee had seen and what they had discussed since coming to the village.
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
Yeah, they racked their brains but could find no easy solutions. There were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, too many meaningless conversations.
Grimoire Weiss does not engage in meaningless conversations.
The mere suggestion that Weiss chose his words carelessly seemed to sting his pride.
It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator. It has demolished it utterly.
Irritated, Weiss looked skyward, as if searching for answers in the heavens.
I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
Oh, the voice actor is so good. The anger created by his harsh words bled over to Toffee like a contagion. It's a feeling in the words? Wait, said Toffee suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, that villager told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward with renewed interest, pushing a startled Weiss aside in the process. He must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words. What was it? It was about dreaming or something that dreams or... Oh, a sheep? Cried Weiss, suddenly, blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, Toffee's face suddenly lit up. I remember, he said. Those who dream. That's what he said, I'm sure of it. At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of letters or papers from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at Toffee. That sounds right, he said, as a stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. When did we hear it? The mayor shook his head, his worn pencil stub tracing lines across a lone piece of paper. The last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the death dream, he said. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along. But I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something. Weiss immediately fired back. I applaud the force of will it takes to research a disease in your dreams, he said, but perhaps we should bend your efforts to escaping this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping off the tip. I've tried to escape. From the very first moment I realized I was locked inside my own dream, I've been looking for a way out. I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it. He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. My village was beautiful, he said, to no one in particular, and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. But once this disease took hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked all the color out of our lives. I just want us to be whole again. I want us to be free, and I won't stop trying until it happens. Toffee nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a second. I didn't nod. Look, if we can be of any help, said Toffee, just ask. Now hold on. I did not just say that. Silence, cried Weiss. Grimoire looked from Toffee to the mayor and back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Weiss's face is always confident, thank you very much. Now see here, Mayor, you told us that nothing can exist in this dream without your knowing of it. But yet you seemed surprised to see us when we first arrived, yes? The mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. My God, he said. Right. You're right. I had no idea you were coming. Human imagination is a limitless engine, said Weiss, and dreams are the fuel. You can imagine an exit, and it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out. Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you. Payment is not required. We're as eager as you to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two, he called at the parting forms of Toffee and Weiss. We're all counting on you. As Toffee slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of déjà vu. I saw this man once before, he thought. But where? Toffee's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident they could get in, find the exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around him. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and moss-covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once, he'd been forced to steady himself on the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Additionally, Weiss was proving to be a spectacularly poor traveling companion. Unhindered by either terrain or physical effort, he spent most of his time urging Toffee to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, after Weiss muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, Toffee snapped. Okay, Weiss, cram it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk. Toffee leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. How can this stupid forest be so big? He muttered to himself. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony of insects sprang to life. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared out at a volume that rattled his teeth. Toffee slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Weiss, what's going on? Toffee could hear Weiss's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insects screamed, the forest howled, and then, just as Toffee's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. Oh. Normal? Oh. As the insect symphony dimmed another decibel, Toffee began to detect patterns in the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise. It's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? A promise? A secret? By my pages, is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced. Maybe it's the key to getting out of this place. A dream? No. Then I leave it to you to answer. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? Oh, you're telling me I got it right on my second guess? Inwardly furious that Weiss left the task to him, Toffee sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret. Right? Sound of the insects stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before Toffee like a rippling wave, opening a new path. These forest anthropods are making a road for us, said Weiss with glee. Pleased at passing the test, Toffee moved on with new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on a path, their journey had purpose. I guess the forest has accepted us, huh? Said Toffee after a bit. Weiss spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of this forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Weiss finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Toffee picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Weiss. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I entered through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Light, sunlight? Absurdly easy, barked Weiss. Now answer it. Toffee grit his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right after all. One is pretty easy. I enter through the window but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? What can I say? Sunlight. A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Weiss softly, I have never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey, look, cried Toffee, waking Weiss from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing the direction of his friend's extended hand, Weiss saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. That's weird, isn't it, Weiss? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? Do we still know we're trying to find an exit to escape out of a dream, or have we accepted the dream? Toffee walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from head to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began Toffee, but before he could get any further, the cloaked man held a hand up and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? I have 4 legs in the morning, 2 at noon. This is a popular one, but I don't remember what it is. End the night with 3? Toffee tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing there, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, said Weiss, it seems we must answer his riddle. 4 legs in the morning, 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. I'm stumped. Let me, I'm glad you think it's easy. Give me my choices, please. Oh man, oh, please. How do you have 4 legs in the morning? A man. The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. No, how do you have... okay, you have 2 legs at noon. How do you have 4 legs? Is it because you're lying down in the morning? But then you'd also be lying down. I don't get it. Is this symbolism for, like, birth? When you... It is! Oh my gosh. I knew it was gonna be, like, one of those popular ones. It's when you're born... Well, you know, you're crawling on the floor, essentially. So that's 4 legs, including the arms. And then noon, during your non-baby years, you're on 2 legs. And then evening, in your old age, you might want to use a cane. There you go. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. "You're the mayor!" cried Toffee. The small man slowly shook his head. "I am not the mayor you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a version of you that was not yourself." Sorry? What's that mean? It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the death dream. Now you must go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As Toffee watched, mist seeped up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When Weiss and Toffee returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. "Good gravy!" he cried. "You made it! You actually made it back!" His left hand grasped Toffee's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge from the socket, while his right hand seized Weiss by the cover and swung him through the air. "Gah! By heavens, stop shaking me, fool! We've not even told you if we were successful or not." The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. "I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again." Toffee withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. "We broke the death dream seal," he said. "At least, I think we did." The mayor's face beamed as Toffee filled him in on the details. When the tale was done, the 3 of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. Toffee cocked his head. "Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep?" "Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself." Toffee and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. "Have you forgotten?" continued Weiss. "It is words that control the death dream, words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue." With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. "It's the first time," began the mayor, "first time I've felt tired since I was imprisoned here." His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have slept for an hour or a year. When they awoke, things had a slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. Toffee shook the mayor's shoulder gently. "Good news," he said. "I think we made it." "Oh, wow," said the mayor in an odd voice. "We did. I'm back." He blinked once and then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. "You two have no idea how much this means. The death dream was spreading through our village, and I wanted to... well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream." The mayor started to stand, then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at Toffee and shrugged. "Are we really back?" Suspicious. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. "Real life may take some getting used to," said the mayor, as a wry smile crossed his lips. "You shall relearn in short order, I'm sure," said Weiss. "For now, you should return to your home and rest." "No," the mayor, swaying on unsteady feet. "No, I can't. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the death dream. I have to save them." The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village, then bowed his head and prayed silently. "This is a holy tree," he explained when the prayer was finished. "It's the guardian of our village's history and memories." "Superstition will only make our mission harder," muttered Weiss. "We should not put our faith in the gods." The mayor shook his head. Not the gods. The words. Legend says that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as a sealed verse. Toffee and Weiss could not contain their surprise. It seemed a goal had been found in the most unexpected of places. I say, muttered Weiss, this is certainly a stroke of luck. As the three of them said their goodbyes, Toffee mentioned the strange man who had given them the third riddle, and the mysterious words he had left them with. I saw a version of you that was not yourself, muttered the mayor. What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. You know, he said softly, this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling I'd seen you somewhere too. Toffee tried to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figure it's just some kind of illusion created by the death dream. Probably doesn't mean anything. Eh? Does Toffee know why? Toffee gave the mayor a nod and a smile, but inwardly, his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words. What exactly is going on here? That riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all.
Oh, thank you so much. Now I can finally return to a normal life.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
Dark execution. Oh. Okay.
For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
I don't know. That was a lot of reading on my part.
Yes, all a touch too easy if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink advice.
Someone has to, for the good of the group. Okay. We might want to try Dark Execution. And then while we're at it, we should also do some word edits. Okay, so I had Gluttony, we used Geb and Assure. I'll do the same thing. Beautiful.
Now I can...
This is one of...
I know.
That's it? Suspicious. Should we go see the tree too? We've got quests now.
This person must be dreaming too.
It would appear.
Can't say I'm very excited.
Perhaps you should spend less time complaining and more time getting on with the mission.
Yeah.
Okay, if we go back... Oh, are we gonna do more riddles? I breathe air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh, for I know it will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been in this fresh hell? My box, my prison, is tucked beneath the stairway in the long unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Sorry, I'm trying to think if this relates to Automata and some of the locations that we saw. Outside, I hear the sounds of a funeral dirge that plays without end. Light has no place here. Wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he forsakes me. Time passes. An eternity slips by in a single tick of the clock. Someone knocks on my prison. Anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice say. My savior. I claw at the door of my jail, embedding thick splinters under my ragged nails. I scream for help, I laugh, I sob. Surely this is a product of my addled mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me, I cry. For the love of all the gods, help me. Impossibly, I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling to the floor. As the door slowly creaks open, I have just enough time to see a silver-haired boy and a floating book before the light pours inside. My eyes, accustomed to blackness, explode with pain, and I'm forced to turn away. Who are you? I ask, shaking hands covering my face. How have you come to this place? I am Grimoire Weiss. This is Toffee. Long have we been searching for you. Now come, stand. We shall awaken from this nightmare together. The one known as Toffee extends his hand and pulls me from the cell. Though my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears are keen as ever. They recognize the staccato sounds of heavy rain. I never thought to hear that again, I whisper. Would that this were not such a terrible storm, said Grimoire Weiss. Look at your feet. I force my eyes open and see water pooling around my ankles and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, and more comes with each moment we delay. If we do not make good our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. We know you are weak, but you are our only hope to survive this place. Makes sense because it's their dream. But the way that Toffee and Weiss are talking is so different than the Toffee and Weiss we know. And maybe this is the Toffee and Weiss they recognize for some reason. Time, that long-forgotten friend, has made itself known again. I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers no matter the cost. The callous catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves like the endless entrails? Yes, of a giant. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. Oh, wait, I've just select, okay. At the end of the corridor, I find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop a carpet of velvet. All are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Searching for the door to the next room, I come upon a shapeless mass of gray matter. It has been shoved against the side of the wall, and despite my fever, I think I see the outlines of a door just beyond. When I reach out a finger and touch the piece of the mass, it turns to dust and drifts away on the wind. Realization slowly dawns, and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses. I face a mountain of charred and crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds and back again until the horror dawns full upon me. Someone has piled these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they are alive or dead, I do not know, and sanity will not permit me to consider the proposition further. I make a sound, whether scream or laughter, I cannot be certain. Then my mind grants me merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving that most terrible of rooms. I squint down the dim corridors. I think we should go east. And we'll go north. And we'll go north again. At the end of the path, the waters rise to my waist, exhausting me both physically and spiritually. I pray that this is the way out. Eventually, I can stand the sight of the waters no longer, and so turn my eyes upward. Imagine my surprise when I see a series of paintings hanging on the faded plaster wall. Each depicts a person in the prime of life, clad in clothing of the highest quality. Styles, however, are strange to me, leading me to believe that these people had lived long, long ago. One subject wears an outfit that particularly catches my eye. It is structured of a thin, breezy cloth and decorated with a motif of birds and flowers, while encircling the figure's waist is a leather belt of the most perfect construction. It is a stunning costume even by modern standards. As I extend a single finger to the painting, I'm gripped by a most unpleasant feeling. Staring closely at the image, I see it bend and warp into the shape of another finger. Something behind the picture is pointing at me. Is it another prisoner, a fellow inmate trapped for eternity in this place? I cannot let it pass, and so I seize the portrait with both hands and throw it into the water. The wall is hollow behind the painting, and inside I can just make out a body. Whether or not this is the prisoner, there would be no rescue. The poor soul is long dead. Scraps of clothing lie on the floor around the bones. Only a small amount of the fabric has survived, but it features the same delicate designs that were depicted in the portrait. I have been admiring a row of corpses blocked from view by portraits of each victim at their pinnacle. Enough! Shielding my eyes, I paddle forward through the water. Interesting. If I go north again, I'm gonna go north again. Oh, I don't think... Oh, it's too late for him! Why? What did I do? Okay, I think I have to pick different directions, but like how exactly do we do that? I mean, so kindly. Please don't tell me I have to start all over. I think they're gonna tell me I have to start all over. How on earth? Maybe there's a clue.
This person must...
It would have...
Can't say him.
Perhaps...
Yeah.
I do think like maybe there's like a hint in the story, or wouldn't it be horrible if it was just all random? Oh, good gravy. All right. Someone is in fact knocking. We have no choice. At the end of the corridor. Uh-huh. So we shouldn't just go north. I'm just wondering. Hmm. Okay, I think I went east last time. We go south. Oh my goodness. I'm like thinking. Oh. Okay. And then we went south and then we went north. That doesn't make it. Okay, we're right back where we started. Okay, east. Okay, we're right back where we started. I see how this works. Okay, so east, north. Hold on, let me visualize this. East, north. East, north. East some more. Okay. There's a carpet. The remains of a fantastic feast. Each chair holds a dinner guest. Please. They're all dead, aren't they? Yeah, they're all, yeah, okay, figured. Okay. Each chair is covered in a layer of spikes that wrap this. Oh, what? The color of the carpet. Oh my gosh. Oh, I suspect they had committed no crime at all. There would be no tomorrow for these unfortunates. This was their last supper. All right, so in this case, I went east, north, east. We're gonna go north again. Oh my gosh, we're dead. East, north. I'm doing it again. East, north, east. I don't know if like the moment we encounter one of those stories, it's game over. If we go any further or if there's something else happening here.
This person.
It would appear.
Yes.
Can't say I'm.
Perhaps.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I am nothing else if not stubborn, so. We gotta go east, north. Do we go east? Because if I go south, that's pretty much the same way we went. Do we go north again? Yeah, see, this does not feel very, how do I say this, right? Jeez, this is terrible. What did I choose last time? No! I'll do west. Oh boy. Oh no. no. Oh my gosh. How on earth? No, I think east, north, east worked. So maybe I think as soon as we get a description, it's terrible. Of death, it's all over. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. Let me get my item, please. Thanks. Okay.
This person.
It would.
Yes.
Can't say I'm very excited.
Perhaps you should.
Yeah.
I think we are close though, because I mean, how many descriptions can there be, right? Right. East. North. East. Oh, not this again. We did west last time. Against all hope. We make it to the front door! Break it down, someone cries, and so I give myself to the effort. In tandem with Toffee and Grimoire Weiss, I slam my body against the thick, sturdy door. On the third try, it gives way, and we find ourselves sprawled on the ground outside the castle. The storm is in retreat. Clouds above are still dark and foreboding, but to the west, I can see a thin shimmer of sunlight trying to break through. How can I thank you? I cry as tears join the rain on my cheeks. I would surely have died in there. Looking down, I suddenly notice that my dress is in tatters and sheepishly try to cover my exposed skin. Your dress? Asked Weiss. Then you are a woman, madam. I am. I proffer the two with a smile. I suppose that comes as something of a surprise, seeing as how I exist only in the form of words. I can see that the one noticed Toffee is disappointed that the torn dress will be given no further description, but he hides it well. What? With a nod and a shrug, the three of us set forth to our awakening. But behind us, an awakening of another kind is taking place. Black smoke fills the abandoned castle, providing the countless damned souls inside with their final shroud. After a moment, the castle's windows shatter with a mighty roar. A fresh breeze blows through the hallways and corridors, clearing the smoke away for good. As we watch in awe, uncountable black shadows slowly flicker to life, crossing to and fro in front of the broken windows. The castle's dead have awakened to their new life as shades. Interesting.
You have anything to say about that?
Hopefully there will be no labyrinth next time.
Tell me about it. Oh, you guys all wear glasses in here? Interesting. Okay, hold on. We gotta save real quick because what if I fail and they make me do all of this again? That would be suffering. So, in an effort not to suffer, I feel like I spent like 20 minutes trying to decipher that riddle. It wasn't even a riddle. It really was a maze. There's someone waiting there? No, those are just roots.
And another victim. This work certainly is trying.
Yes.
I figured a book like you would be into all this word stuff, Weiss.
Please.
Even I have my exceptions. Now let's be off.
A colony of massive sculptures was visible at the entrance, in the distance, their tall forms scraping against the sky. Weiss and Toffee had never seen such a sight, and their eyes widened as they tried to take it in.
Those buildings must be huge if we can see them from this far away.
I'm so glad they're talking.
What do you think, Weiss?
As Weiss considered his answer, the sun beat down on them with renewed ferocity.
Perhaps they are some manner of mirage.
Under this heat. He's not gonna say it? A mirage or two would hardly be an unexpected sight. Toffee nodded and wiped the sweat off his brow, leaving a trail of sand in its place. He thought he'd never been so thirsty. The ancient road on which they walked was black and cracked with age. Here and there, thin wisps of grass pushed up through the rocky surface, as if defying those who had laid this material down over their home. Must be the modern world, right? Because when they're talking about sculptures and stuff, I wonder if it's, those buildings. The heat reflecting from the road made Toffee lightheaded. His feet hurting, he crouched down to rest. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Is someone playing a joke on us or what? Complaining had already begun. Weiss tried not to let his eyes roll too much. Joke? He said. No joke. This road leads to the city of art. Perhaps the path itself is simply some manner of grand artistic work. You don't sound very sure of yourself there. Perhaps not, but thinking of it in this way might make it easier for you to bear. Toffee glanced at Weiss' grinning face, shook his head, and resumed walking. As time passed, Toffee's feet grew more painful, and his throat drier than he thought possible. He tried not to look further than the next step ahead because the bright sunlight made him hesitant to trust his own senses. We are definitely getting closer, said Weiss, in an effort to cheer his companion. Yes, this much is certain. Encouraged, Toffee lifted his gaze. Suddenly, he stopped walking, choosing instead to stand in the middle of the road with his mouth and eyes open and his finger pointing in the distance. Water! He cried. It's water! That's a mirage Bestie, I don't think that's it. Water? Asked Weiss. Preposterous. I don't see any water. Over there, just ahead of us. Look, the sun is reflecting off it, babes. I think that's the road. Without waiting for a response, Toffee sprang to life and bounded toward the sight. What in the... There was no water. There was nothing but sand in every direction. Toffee closed his eyes and sighed as Weiss floated up behind him and chuckled softly. I believe this is known as a mirage, he said. Many a desert traveler has spoken of such things. Toffee shook his head, bewildered. Suddenly, no, not again, he pointed off in the distance, his eyes wide once more. Wait, there it is! I just missed it! Look, it's right there! Toffee sprinted off again, leaving Weiss with no choice but to follow. After a few minutes of running, Toffee came to a halt. I could have sworn it was right around here. Confused, he put his hands up to his eyes and rubbed them vigorously. As soon as he stopped, he noticed a blue shimmering pool of clear water just over the next rise. With a shout, he bounded off in search of it. Chase continued for nearly an hour until an exasperated Weiss finally floated up to Toffee and struck him in the face with his cover. Enough, you blithering idiot! Stop this at once! There is no water here! Toffee's face clouded. There isn't? We haven't even saved our person yet. There is not. And perhaps next time you will listen to me when I tell you as much. Weiss paused for a moment, then continued speaking in a slightly kinder tone. However, I suppose this mad chase was not altogether wasted. It seems we have arrived in the city of art. Toffee looked up. Stretched out before him was a row of impossibly tall sculptures. I do think they're probably skyscrapers? Yeah, tall rectangle that stretched up toward the sky. Yeah. Yes. What kind of city is this? Said Toffee. Where are the people? Where are the houses? Perhaps the city is intended exclusively for artistic use. The debate continued as they made their way through the city. Miracles of artistry were everywhere. Giant iron crates with wheels sat silent on steel rails. Beautifully carved works with lights of red, amber, and green dangled over every street. As they moved away from the massive sculptures, they found a great array of smaller ones. Some were covered in brick or glass, and many were composed of materials they had never encountered. The sheer variety of colors and styles was staggering. Unable to find a theme or purpose to the abstract works around them, Toffee and Weiss gradually fell silent. I think it's interesting because, especially for the smaller residences, right? Because not everything's a skyscraper, but it's interesting that they're not able to recognize them as, like, dwellings? Or maybe they can. On the outskirts of the city, they discovered 3 sculptures in the shape of humans. Toffee uttered a sigh of relief as he approached them. Finally! He's getting tired of modern art. 3 statues were indistinguishable except for a single word chiseled into their right arms. One read Alpha, one read Beta, and the final one read Gamma. As Toffee moved to touch the nearest statue, a bird flew from the top of one of the sculptures. Alighting on the statue's shoulder, it emitted a brief, beautiful song that took the form of words. Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false ones will only speak lies. With that, the bird departed, As if on cue, the three statues shuddered to life, acquiring color and form as they began to breathe. "Hey, look at that," said Toffee. "They're alive." The triplets bowed low before Toffee. "Please," said Alpha, "you have to get me out of this nightmare. I'm real." Okay, this one said, "I am real," which means it could be lying. But here's the problem. The true one only speaks the truth. What did the others say? "Stop lying," said Beta. He turned to Toffee and threw his hands in the air. "Alpha's a fake, you know. I'm the real one." This one could also be lying. Or it could be telling the truth. This is terrible. Beta's a fake. Everyone knows I'm the only real one around here. And that's coming from Gamma. I feel like we just need to guess. Alpha says, "I'm real." Beta says, "I'm real." Gamma says, "I'm the only real one." What on earth? Okay. Alpha's the only one not talking about any of the others. I mean, it says I'm real, but it doesn't say anything about, like, Beta or Gamma. The others do. But at the same time, either Beta's lying when Beta says stop lying, or it's telling the truth when it says stop lying. They all have... No, I don't get it. Wait. What do they all have on their left arm? I don't think that's related, though. You know, because Beta wrote... Beta's line is the longest, we're just gonna go with that one. Only one of them could be the real thing. Yeah, you want to help me out? The others are false. Beta also threw up their arms. The real form will only speak to life. Yeah. Real one is Beta? Weiss was nodding! Okay, well why? If Alpha were telling the truth. No. I need to read this for myself. I can't be reading this out loud. I don't understand. If Alpha were telling the truth, Beta and Gamma will be fakes. Yeah. But in that case, Gamma's claim that Beta is fake would be the truth. Even though Gamma is so... Oh! Okay. So this is basing it on the assumption if Alpha was telling the truth, that means Gamma's a liar. But then that means that Beta would also have to be the real one. You can't have two real... Oh, I get it. If Gamma spoke the truth, that makes Alpha and Beta liars. In this situation, however... I mean, this first one too, you have two statues that are apparently telling the truth. Maybe. No, just kidding. They're not. Oh! I don't really get the third part, but okay. Beta sprang to life once more. "Congratulations, villager, not visitor," said Weiss in a cheerful voice. "Time to awaken has arrived." "Thank you for saving me," cried the villager. I don't want to say that this is easier than the Barren Temple. It kind of is, but it's aggravating in a different way. Like, it's a different skill entirely. Why did you have a dream like this?" asked Weiss. "You been to this city before?" He shook his head. I don't think so. I mean, it's impossible, right? There's no way I could have ever been to a place like this, but at the same time, I feel like I've seen it before. Deja vu, muttered Toffee. Just like the mayor. Maybe it has something to do with their forestry, because like it says that they store their memories there. Yeah.
That was rough.
I am positive I have seen that place before.
Okay, that's enough. Don't need you getting all weird on me too. Okay, there. Now all the villagers can wake up, right?
Yes, if the mayor's assumption was correct. I think I have had enough wordplay to last a lifetime. Thank you very much.
You're telling me. Anyway, let's go see the mayor.
And tell him how difficult that was, because boy howdy, what was that, my dude? That's not what I wanted to click. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So I guess that was part of my main quest, actually. I was kind of hoping it wasn't going to be.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you so much. Here, I have something for you.
Oh, I got a new sword.
Wow, this looks valuable. I can really have it?
Of course.
Why haven't the shades attacked you?
It's apparently a weapon of some renown, but we have little use for it.
Well, we appreciate it.
Thank you again for everything.
I simply cannot bear
Okay, fine. Fine. Interesting. Can I go to your tree? Box. Oh, are we maxed out for once? Yeah. No, we can't go through here. We should save and maybe go back to Popola? Yeah, okay. Return to Popola. Very, very weird.
So how was the village?
Strange.
Oh, it was truly magnificent. There are no words. Really.
Neat.
Let's get back to Popola. She'll probably want to know what's going on in there.
Death dream. Very interesting. I also wonder, what happened? Yes, get 'em, boo. Run. Destroy them all. I really do wonder what happened with all the shades, because I can't imagine them just quietly disappearing, right? It's not like one. Oh! But if you think about it, oh, well, I don't know. Like, the sun hasn't set, right, in a long time. So maybe this is one of those things, too. There's no nighttime to get rid of them. But then, and then how did they, where do they go? Maybe when the aliens came, you know? They defeated the shades themselves because they had spectacular technology or something. Very strange. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Popola, but I really want to see if anything grew in my garden. I think that's a failed project, honestly, because what the heck? I think I have to cave in and just about 30,000 to just buy the melon for poor Yona. She's probably like waiting for 5 years and she's never gonna get her melon. Because I've done something horribly wrong and I don't know what I did wrong. I watered it. For some of them I even put fertilizer down.
The death dream certainly is a strange illness.
Yeah, it was something all right.
Even I, with my natural love for words, have no desire to visit that place ever again.
Tell me about it. Oh my gosh, there was so much reading.
You guys did well.
When they were talking about the desert, I was like, yeah, me too. I need water.
You've been making a lot of long trips lately. Are you
Speaking
sure
of
you're
water.
not pushing yourself too hard?
No, I'm pushing myself very hard, actually.
I'm okay. I can't just sit around all day while Yona's sick, after all.
If you say so.
Yeah, we don't have any paid vacation days, unfortunately.
So, anything I can do for you?
Well, I suppose there is one thing I could use a hand with. Have you heard about our plans to repair the canal? The
No.
work probably won't happen for a while, but once it's done, we can use the canal for trade and travel and all kinds of useful things. Unfortunately, however, we're a bit behind schedule at the moment. If you're willing to help out, I'd really appreciate it.
No problem. What do you need?
Great. So, the man I originally asked to help on this project hasn't shown up for work in a few
Oh.
days. I'm starting to get a little worried. So, maybe you can head over to Seafront and check up on him? I'll mark the location of his house on your map. He always carries a red bag over his shoulder, so he should be easy enough to find.
Got it.
A red bag on his shoulder? Mysterious. There's nothing worse than a sad tree. Okay, before we do that.
A canal, is it? Fascinating. If we had a ferry, we could put these days of endlessly running about behind us.
Good point.
Don't you just float everywhere anyway?
Do you think I am borne aloft by the winds, lad? It takes stamina to maintain this height.
Oh, really?
No!
You could at least try to hide the utter dismay, you know.
I genuinely thought it wasn't going to take him any effort to hover, actually, and move. So that is very disappointing. Alright, we gotta go to seafront, I'm assuming? Yes, seafront. This way. The dogs are so cute in this game. They're all so small. I was expecting, like, more wild-looking dogs because of just kind of them having to survive in this environment. But apparently not. Oh yeah, okay, I haven't done that facade quest. Or I haven't picked up my quest at facade. That's okay, it will happen. I feel like we kind of left Kaine's story behind. Just a little bit, you know? How do I make him, like, stop running? I don't know. Maybe when he runs into something, that's when he stops. I think that's how it works, actually. Ah, please don't. Please don't. Oh my gosh. It's a miracle it hasn't died yet. Okay. I write Toffee letters every single day. He always worries about me, but I feel fine. It's so nice when you go to your mailbox and there's a letter from Yona. Oh man. Red bag, let's go. Are you good? Is he injured or is he playing hooky?
Hey, are you the guy who's supposed to
Please
help
don't
repair
run.
the canal? Popola sent me to...
Oh god, it's over. My life is over.
Okay.
Surely you must realize nothing good can come of being involved with this particular endeavor.
Easy, Vice. Hey, so, are you alright? What happened?
It's my wife. She left
my
home
gosh.
a week ago and hasn't come back.
And you're doing
I'm
what?
so worried I can't even focus on my
Oh.
work.
Yeah, fair.
Oh, my sweet dumpling, where are you?
Oh, that's terrible. Would you like us to help you look for her?
Really? You do that for me?
Sure. But do you have any idea where we should start?
Well, she always used to enjoy drinking at the tavern with her friends.
Alright, then I guess we'll start with them.
What is going on?
Thank you. This means the world to me. Oh, and by the way, my wife always carries a red bag, just like mine. If you mention that, it might ring some bells.
I've met some odd couples in my day, but none who felt the need to wander about
Oh, no.
flaunting matching luggage.
You need to get with the times. Coordinated outfits are all the rage.
Something
Plus,
suspicious
these
about
bags are
this.
special. We bought them for our anniversary. But now my sweet dumpling is gone. And it's all my fault. Oh, God.
What did you do?
Okay, just stay calm.
Bad
We'll go
timing.
look for her, alright?
Okay, you sit tight, because you have
I'm
no
willing
choice.
to bet that man knows more about his wife absconding than he's
Yes,
letting
me
on.
too, Ice. I agree. Also, sorry, my sardine mentor. Someday I'll complete the fishing quest. Hello, you... Is that her? Oh, she's been chilling here.
Hey there, I'm, looking for a woman carrying a red bag.
Unless she gave it and ran.
Are you now? Interesting. Did something happen to her?
She hasn't been
Really?
home and her husband's worried. Do
that
you
not
know
a red
anything
bag?
about where she might be?
Trouble in paradise, is it? Oh, those two never change.
Oh, never mind. That might just be a bottle.
Anyway, the short answer is no. She hasn't been around here either. Though come to think of it, she always got on well with the woman over at the tackle shop. Maybe you should try her?
I'll do that. Thanks.
Hey, what's the rush? You've got a cute face. Why not sit here and join me for a round? Or 3?
Ma'am, I think...
Sorry, ma'am, but I'm not old enough to drink.
You know, I keep saying Toffee's a minor, and it is true technically, but also, how many centuries have we lived? It still feels weird. That's not her either.
Hey there. Do you know a woman with a red bag by any chance?
A red bag? Oh, sure. Although now that I think about it, I haven't seen her in a while. Last time she came around, she mentioned something about leaving town. But I figured it was just idle talk.
Leaving town, huh? Alright, thanks for your time.
Uh-oh.
If she has truly left this charming hamlet, finding her may prove most difficult indeed.
I just hope she hasn't been attacked by shades or anything.
Well, there's still a marker, which tells me it might lead me right to the wife. Eh? Suspicious. Please don't tell me that that big shade is gonna drop a red bag. Don't do it to me, okay? Please don't. I'm not qualified for that level of consolation. No, please. Please. Because it's the same thing that happened when we were supposed to tell that man's girlfriend that she could join him in Seafront because his business was doing well. When we went to Aerie, guess what happened? I don't think the shade dropped it. I think she became the shade. Suspicious. Oh, it's always like this.
Something about that shade seems rather odd.
Sorry, I'm trying to target it and it will not let me. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Hey, look at this.
It is identical to the red satchel carried by the man who sent us on this mad quest. Perhaps it belongs to his spouse.
Oh no. Do you think the shades got her?
I fear it likely, lad. I sense no other activity in the immediate vicinity. We were too late.
Well, this is terrible. What are we supposed to say?
However difficult it may be, we've no choice but to tell the man the truth.
That's what I thought, but then I also think he's not going to accept it. That's my hypothesis. I just wonder though, because maybe she didn't know it was that dangerous outside, but like I feel like maybe they do share information, like enough information to make sure that people know, hey, the planes are getting dangerous, the shades are getting closer. If you can't fight, don't go out by yourself. Oh, why did she want to leave? Today's Toffee's birthday, but he's not here, so I just had a party by myself. She's so baby. I don't think he's gonna come back to the canal anytime soon.
Hey, did you find my sweet dumpling?
Yeah, about that.
We didn't, but we got this off a shade.
Oh no, this is hers.
So our fears were correct.
Oh God, how could this happen to her? This is all my fault.
I want to know. I'm nosy.
If I may, my good man, why did your wife leave home in the first place?
It's because I
think we should give him some time to himself, Vice.
No, I want to know. Okay, fine, but like... Eh? Don't tell me.
Honey, I'm home.
Huh?
Good heavens, you're a wreck. What's wrong?
Dumpling, you're not dead.
What in the world are you talking about? Oh, you found my bag. Thank you so much. I can't believe I went and dropped it like that.
Well, I thought she was leaving home.
This is such a relief.
Okay, seriously. What's going on?
5 minutes later? Tell me.
I see. So, you found a shade with my bag and assumed I'd been attacked and killed?
And also become a shade.
I'm just glad you're safe, Dumpling. But I'm also so sorry. This is all my fault. Oh, if I didn't eat that apple you were saving. Oh, God, I'm such an idiot.
Oh, no.
Listen, I promise I'll never eat anything of yours again. You just promise never to run away from home again, okay?
And here I was worried the canal would never be completed.
Run away? Have you lost your mind? I just went to visit my parents.
Huh?
I told you about this. Going to see my family, gone for a week. Remember?
Oh boy.
Are you serious right now? Why don't you ever listen to me?
Yeah, I think that's the bigger problem here.
Lad, my brilliant intuition suggests we should beat a hasty retreat from these two with all speed.
No, I want to listen.
I can't believe you didn't listen to me, and you ate my apple.
Oh, girl.
You are the absolute worst.
What?
Because either way...
You're some perfect angel. You didn't even care enough about our anniversary to hang on to your bag.
Did you want the bag? But also, I feel like whether or not we stuck around, they would have had this argument. So you know what? What's the harm in me? Oh, please don't look.
You, kid, I'm right about this, yeah? If anyone's wrong here, it's my wife, right?
Wait, you're asking me?
This is why we should have left. I see. I think the bigger problem is that he doesn't listen.
Well, you shouldn't have eaten your wife's apple. That's not very nice.
But I was hungry, and it was just sitting there. Look, I'm glad you went looking for my wife and all, but that was low, friend. Low.
Did I cross a line there?
No.
Besides, it's pretty rich to come after me for an apple when you threw away my entire stamp collection.
Oh.
Ha! You're damn right I did. And I'd do it again. You are nothing but a hoarding slob.
I think they have bigger issues.
You there. My husband's in the wrong here, isn't he?
Pardon, but madam,
Both of them.
Oh, enough. The both of you are at fault.
They're probably gonna turn on me.
Apologize to one another and end this ridiculous display.
Big talk for a floating magazine.
I see you finally agree on something.
Please, let me go. I should have listened to Weiss, but then I wouldn't have gotten such juicy details. 1 hour later, can you just show up to work, my dude?
Do you not even understand how frustrating this is, you colossal oaf? This is exactly what I hate about you.
Is marriage counseling an option?
Fine,
here?
hate me. I'll still sleep like a baby knowing I'm not an unreasonable hag like you.
Vice, what do I do?
You turn on your heel and walk away as fast as your legs can carry you, my good lad.
That's it. I have had enough.
She might do it before we do.
Instead of belittling me, why don't you get a proper job? Everyone in the neighborhood treats me like dirt, and it's all because of my unemployed slob of a husband.
Oh, he might get a job now.
Actually, I have a job now.
Wait, you what?
Mm-hmm.
You're kidding. Why didn't you tell me? Oh, that's great.
Please.
Well, I sort of wanted it to be a surprise.
Oh, it's a big surprise, I would say.
You big silly Billy. Well, this calls for a celebration. Come on, I'm going to bake you a nice apple pie.
I have no idea what just transpired, but it has utterly exhausted me.
Well, looks like they made up, so all's well that ends well?
In the course of all that madness, I have forgotten why we even came here in the first place.
Oh, heck, the canal! We need to ask him about the canal!
Oh yes, please don't walk away so fast, bud.
I can't thank you enough for all your help.
Sure.
All right. That's why you came here in the first place, huh? Well, now that my love life is rolling in clover again, I'd be more than happy to get going on the canal work.
Just make sure your love life doesn't get in the way of it again.
That was exhausting.
It really was.
Tell
I
me
feel like I've
about it.
aged.
Anyway, let's go give Popola an update.
I feel like I've seen a lifetime. That plus the dream talking. Oh my gosh, all of the
The couple
words.
with the red bags were a strange pair indeed. It boggles the mind to think their relationship can persist despite such intense squabbling.
Well, they looked pretty happy in the end, at least. Maybe the secret to living a happy life is sharing your feelings, even when they're sorta mean and weird.
If you adopt such a strategy, I may leave for groceries one day and never return.
Please. Toffee came back. He came back home to see me. Yay! She's so cute. Oh, Yona. I would love a dog in this world, but I also feel like they would unfortunately pass away pretty quickly because, you know, good things don't last in the Nier universe. It's just impossible for things to persist. If you love something, it will be snatched away in this universe.
Goodness. It sounds like the canal repairman had quite the problem on his hands.
I don't know about
I'm
that.
glad everything turned out all right. Thank you so much for your help.
Don't mention it. I'm looking forward to seeing how the canal turns out. If you need anything else from us, just say the word.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, wait.
Oh.
Huh?
I almost forgot. Yona is looking for you.
Oh?
She said she needed something from you. Time to go play Big Brother for a bit, huh?
I guess so. Thanks, Popola.
Bye-bye. Now, they don't have phones in this world, so how do they know? Well, I guess she's got them on some sort of telepathic speed dial. Yona does, anyway. I feel like the story is going in a really interesting direction for sure. But then I'm also wondering, oh well no, the quest is gonna take us to more Yona story. So I'm excited about that. That'll be fun. But I guess this is where they're gonna be building the ferry. Or this is the canal technically. So I'm gonna guess this is where things will, where does it go actually? Isn't this a dead end or does it, is that water? It is water. Interesting. So this goes to the Northern Plains. I wonder if this is like our version of teleport actually. To let us go to Seafront, to Airy, to everything really. And then offline, I think one thing that I'm gonna try and do is actually check out the Faith weapon that we got and see if I can't upgrade it with the Junkyard Brothers' help. But otherwise, I feel like we've made some decent progress. I'm really excited to see how the canal turns out and also to see what Yona has in store for us. And then maybe by the next century, some of my crops will be growing because what on earth do they want? What do they want from me? I don't think I can provide whatever they want. I have a feeling we're gonna have to just give in and buy a 1200 gold melon, regrettably. But in any case, this has been fun so far. So thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye!